Yeah.
All right, so Sim told you before the break that a recent statement made by Senator Dr. Andre Haughton in the Senate had tweets flying. We're going to chat with him about it in a second, but let's get you up to date. Watch this.
As a child growing up, I always loved breasts. My mother always said I'm a breast man. Even when I was 1 year and 2 months, I was still drinking breast milk. So yes, 1 year and 2 months, I was still drinking breast milk. So I am a breast man. When asked which part of the female you prefer, breasts. Otherwise, I prefer the breast. Now, give hope and save lives. That is the theme of this Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I commend efforts that have already been made by the Ministry of Health, made by the government and other organizations, but there is more work to be done. Now, cannabis, ganja, whatever you want to call it, is medicine. And it has been used to cure cancer all over the world, including breast cancer.
Andre, are you with us?
I'm here.
Morning, Senator. You've been given a hard time for the first part of that statement. And some people think you should have apologized. You were given a hard time on Twitter, and then you pushed back again, and you still did not apologize. Does that mean that you still don't think you said anything wrong or inappropriate?
I mean, whenever you're delivering a speech, you always have to do give what we call an icebreaker. So when I was in Parliament, they were wondering why me as a man was in a position to speak about the importance of finding the right medicine to cure breast cancer. Now, you can imagine, you stand up giving your icebreaker. I first spoke of my aunt who died from breast cancer. I sympathize with the opposition or the government, who a person from their Senate who is a breast cancer survivor. Now, somebody take what you're saying and then try to spin it negative. And I've spoken to the media about this already, that the country is in a serious problem. So our minds have to be serious about the objectives that we want to achieve. Now, every time you take one line from somebody's thing and then try to spin it negative with their smutty minds, because I wasn't thinking on their lines when they decided to publish whatever they are publishing, and then are turning around to say that I should apologize. Now, look at the hypocrisy. I spoke about the importance of modern medicine to cure breast cancer. My aunt is a breast cancer. She died from breast cancer. I spoke about the importance of breastfeeding because my mother breastfed me. And all they got from it was the fact that I said I love breast and expect me to apologize for saying that I love breast. I've seen so many shows across the world that have been saying that men should love breast. Men should pay more attention to their woman's breast, touch it up, feel it up, search it out for breast cancer. And this is what, look, when I go to Parliament every week, I speak on issues. I spoke about the zone of special operations, spoke about the tourism spend. None of it gets aired because the media is not interested in sensible things. The media is interested in nonsense some of the time.
Okay.
And I know,
Dr.
must wake
Haughton?
up and say, okay, all right, I'm going to apologize to a few people. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I don't know how come my statement is being taken in a negative way when all I meant was positive for us to realize that the breast is important. The breast is what makes us mammals.
Dr. Haughton, hello. I'm going to bring you back.
Yes.
Okay, because you've spoken for about 2 minutes, maybe 3.
Oh.
So I'm going to bring you back. Yes, you spoke about all the things that you said you spoke about. The media is talking about it because you said it. So when you say the media is taking it and spinning it, there was really nothing to spin because you said it out of your own mouth.
Yeah,
you did. Hang on 1 sec. Wait, the man, you said your piece. So let me just put the case to you. So you spoke about your aunt, which was a very touching story. You did go on to speak about cannabis and its use in the health aspect of this, but it is it is within the context of all of that and the seriousness of the debate, and Dr. Longmore having spoken before, that you drop a statement in that seems to have no connect. It has no relationship, apart from the fact that it's at the same part of the body you're talking about, but just within the context of propriety, to speak about the fact that if somebody asks you which part of the female you prefer, it's almost like you go into KFC and you order in a combo. I would like a this and a. It was so, and this is my personal view. It felt so detached with everything else that you were saying that made so much sense and was resonating with folks, that I think it caught a lot of people off guard, and people could not understand why it is that you couldn't understand that, given everything that you were saying and how impactful it was, that this abject statement out of nowhere about which part of the woman you like the most, it reeked of disrespect for a lot of women, especially
But
women who've gone through.
How would they see that? That is my point.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
I
seeing,
think
because it's like we're talking about breast. And
no,
breast
but the
cancer
point,
month.
you see,
And I am highlighting that I like breast. That is why we should focus on breast.
yes, but Dr.
And then-
Haughton, given your
because the-
position and where you sit or stand in Parliament, sometimes I think what you have to understand is that everything that you say is going to be scrutinized, right?
Yeah, and I
So-
know that.
so don't
but the
give-
point
so-
is, there are
so
a lot
don't-
of people who I see
but-
on Twitter who are sharing negative things about me, who I've never seen share a positive thing about me.
Yeah, but
So they are
that's
just
but
sitting
that's
around
yeah, but
waiting
that's
to
the
share
game.
negative.
But
And
that
I
is the
think it's
game
just
you
hypocrisy
play.
on many of them. I mean, I never meant to disrespect anyone. I
Ah,
never meant to
stop,
offend
stop,
any woman.
stop right there, stop right there, stop right there. That is what people want to hear you say. That's exactly what people want to hear you say, and you just said it. I don't think there's anybody who thinks, as I went on Twitter and I quoted you and I said, so I respect you very much, but I think you ought to stop now with the pushback, because I don't know if there's anybody who think that you intentionally were trying to disrespect anybody. But being where you are, standing where you stand and sitting where you sit, you're going to be scrutinized a little more heavily than everybody else. And if it is that you say something and it wasn't your intention, it's okay to say, my intention was not to disrespect, as opposed to going to a place where you start to talk about mammary glands and what people spinning your words to be.
And listen, when I learned public speaking, as a matter of fact, in the Senate, if you don't say anything outrageous, you don't come on the news. That is what I'm observing the little time I've been there.
That's not, I don't believe that to be true.
So many good points every week. I've been in the Senate 5 months now, and the only time I get heard is when I say something outside of the box.
That's not true. Dr. Haughton, that is not true. That's not true. That's not true. I've seen many stories carried on you with stuff you've said in Senate. I've seen people big you up. I've seen Senator Don Webby spoke about the fact that you were a good appointment in Senate because of what you bring, controversy and all. I just didn't think that people thought this was proper. And I don't think it's fair of you to be saying it's the media spinning this, because it did come from you. It was open, so it was, it was looked at as, I mean, you have people who are defending you, but surely if you sit and think, even if it were not your intention, you can see how perhaps it could have come across in a manner that was offensive, not only to women, but to women who have been through breast cancer. And I think what people want to...
I love women. I adore them for everything that they bring to this world. Women are the givers of life. I speak so highly of my mother and other women. Look at my mother. She's like a god to me. I could never dare in any way. Ever since I was growing up, I grew up with respect. That is how, look at you. I've never yet said anything derogatory or negative. All the women who I see jumping, some of them don't know me. I've never said anything, but and they know that. They know that. It's just that now,
Yeah, but
according to
everybody
them, I'm a
doesn't know you
politician,
personally.
and then now they are taking up this quote-unquote
No, everybody
type of
doesn't know
media.
you personally. And so I think it behooves you to say, that was not my intent. I think what people want to see from you is, yes, you're pushing back and you're defending your point, but I think there's a part of you that, should be able to sit on the other side and say, this was not the intention. I see how it could have been heard this way, but that was not what I intended to do. I think that's what people expect to hear from you, instead of such a strong defense without any kind of letting up on the other side. Even though, as I say,
remember, I already said that I meant no harm, I meant no disrespect. Women are the light of this world. Women bring life. I mean, a woman's brain is 500 times smarter than a man's brain. I appreciate women for everything they bring. However, if I'm speaking about breast cancer and I'm highlighting why I am a person who wants to defend the breast and so on and so forth, I think that every man should say right now, let us defend the breast. I think that I am not the only one. Boys and girls, as a child growing up with breastfed and so on, I understand that we're saying, okay, I said that my favorite part of the woman's body is the breast. So I should not have said that in public or whatever the case may be. But that's besides the point. The point is we should all value the breast. We should all know that now more than ever Jamaica is in a position to use its research to, one, target diseases and ailments that affect our women. And two, we should use this as an opportunity to really highlight the importance of us understanding. Look, if I, for example, did not say that, so much attention wouldn't be placed on the breast for this breast cancer. And some people would wear a pin and they go do a 5K run and then they forget about the breast the day after that. No, I am saying we cannot just wear a pink pin and then do a 5K run and forget about the breast. I am saying that the breast provides nurturing, the breast provides comfort, and cannabis is a medicine that we should explore. I also went along to say that the police, the government, everyone should direct policy to say that, okay, when they seize cannabis from people at the airport, however, don't go and burn it. Let's put it in a medical facility. Let us use this to expand the cannabis research that goes towards protecting the breast.
So you could not have said all of that. You could not have said all of that without your personal opinion that your favorite part of the female is the breast. Is all I'm saying. You could not have said everything.
I see what you're saying, that, for example, my personal preferences was not relevant at the particular time based on how people analyze it.
And may have distracted from your overall message.
About something, and I'm using that as a way to justify why I am going to say what I am going to say, and people interpret it in a negative way. I just believe that there are too many people now who are... Trust me, it's Jamaica is a different place, and I'm slowly learning how to deal with these people. But the point I'm making is people who did not appreciate it in the morning won't appreciate it in the evening. And people who appreciate you will always see beyond the negative because they know you and know that you don't mean anything negative or wrong. You've never belittled a woman. If you speak to any of the women who know me, including yourself, I have never tried to belittle you. I have never tried to belittle anyone or to objectify you in any way.
Which is why I found it so shocking, and I think a lot of women did. And I'm just going to put this in perspective. Neville is telling me to stop because we have to go.
Stop because we
have to go to break. Yeah. Right, that's what I was going to say. But I just want to spin this a little bit and take off my comms consultant hat and spin this. If I were talking to you as we celebrate Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and I got up in the Senate and I made a point about prostate cancer and just take the same comments and put it in this situation, and you tell me what you would have to say to me after I said what I said to you.
Unfortunately, because of the time, we have to go to news. Senator, thanks for speaking with us. All right? Senator.
Why is he laughing?
Senator.
All right, Senator. Good talking to you.
Dr. Andre.
Good talking to you.
All right.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have news. Soon come.